How is it going, guys and girls? My name's Camel and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. In this video, I'm going to tell you one super simple tip to save yourself tens of hours of time, how to make your character stronger and more powerful faster, and how to save yourself tens and tens and tens of thousands of gold. Just note, during this video when I say skill points, I mean skill level ups, as in when you level up a skill. Now this is completely true. Once you actually watch this whole video, you'll understand what the hell I'm talking about. Now it's so simple. Just like we have seen in Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, there are bookshelves. Every now and then you'll read a bookshelf and you will gain a skill. A skill will level up from that. Now you're probably thinking, yep, okay, that's all well and jolly. But when you actually step back, write down some numbers and have a look at this, it's probably one of the most important tips or tricks that I could suggest to you to always do. Now you will see bookshelves everywhere. I mean, I ran past that many, I was like, I can't be bothered to stop and read that bookshelf. Then again, there were so many where I did stop and read them, and let me tell you, was it worth it? At the time, because of the, I don't know, in the immersion stuff, you're not like, wow, since I read that, I'm just destroying everything. I've got a whole bunch of examples here of me leveling up skills. When you actually pull back and crunch some numbers, man, mathematically, this is just the shit. Now, okay, so it takes you a fair while to level up. If you're using destruction staffs, if you're primarily using destruction staffs, it's going to take a while to level that up. Every now and then, every couple of hours, every couple of levels, it'll be like, oh, destruction staff level increase. Now, by leveling this, it makes it more powerful, and it also increases your rank. So in the destruction staff skill tree, you can put points into new skills, because certain skills unlock at certain skill levels. So if you've never used a bow before, you can't just go into the bow skill tree and put a point into the best ability. It probably requires like rank 35 bow skill, which would take some very, very long time to level up to there. But reading these bookshelves, it takes literally a second. Done. Level that skill up. Easy. So I mean, by reading one bookshelf, you've essentially cut out 2 hours of farming time that you would otherwise have to do to level that up. And it's all in the background, of course. Like, you don't specifically go out to level up your dual wield skill. It just happens while you're questing. But now, because you've read this bookshelf, that's going to happen anyway. So you're a level ahead of where you would have been if you didn't read the bookshelf. 10 levels down the track, I mean, this is going to make a massive difference, and especially considering it affects all skills. So read every single bookshelf you run past. You'll definitely benefit from this. Definitely benefit. After a week's playing, you read 100 bookshelves, you get 20 skills up. You are that much stronger than if you hadn't read those. You can now put skill points into abilities that you wouldn't have unlocked yet. But because you're reading these bookshelves, you're leveling these skills up faster, you're a stronger player, you have more versatile abilities available to you, and you're an all-round better character and player. Now, how this bookshelf thing saves crafters I'm talking so much gold. Spent like an hour doing these numbers here, and the amount of gold saved is mind-blowing. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you some footage of myself doing some blacksmithing. And it's me crafting some items. I'm trying to level up my blacksmithing skill so I can put some perks into some certain skill tree abilities in the blacksmithing skill tree. Now watch the experience bar as I do this. And if you see any massive jumps, that's because in the footage I was extracting and I cut that bit out because I'm not consuming materials during the extracting process, but I do get experience from that. But I wanted you guys to see just the experience I get from consuming materials by creating items. Now while that's happening there in the background, okay, so you go, say you don't craft for a day, but you just go out farming, you're just doing quests, dungeons, stuff like this, you're extracting, you're mining, collecting raw materials, you're going to collect a lot, like 20 to 40,000 gold's worth of crafting materials. But of course, you're going to put those back into your crafting skill by creating items with that crafting ability. Now, when I say save gold, if you didn't put those items back into your crafting and you just sold them straight up, which you do all the time. I mean, once you move on to steel, you don't need that 700 iron bars you have in your bag, so you sell them on to someone who does need them. They get the iron bars, you get the gold. It's, you know, both parties benefit. So what I've done here, I've added up every single material I use in this footage here that you're viewing. You can do it as well. You can run through and check every single amount of material I use in this. Now the prices I'm going to use on the materials here are from the beta, and you might go, okay, well they're beta prices, they're not accurate. I think that they will be accurate. There were over 3 million participants in the last beta, so I think the economy was a very, very accurate portrayal of what is to come on release. And there are certain reasons that certain items had certain prices applied to them, like iron ingots that were selling for 20 gold a piece. Reason for that being because you can just vendor them to a vendor for 10 gold a piece. So if you're going to sell them to someone, you want to benefit, you want to knock up the price so that you spending your time finding a buyer is actually worthwhile to you. Okay, alright, so in this footage here, I used 12 ebony ingots, I used 133 orichalcum ingots, I used 124 steel ingots, I used 4 iron ingots, I used 45 styling ores or styling additives, and I used 34 trait gems. Now, in the initial price I'm going to give you here, I'm not going to add in the trait gems because they are not an essential thing to put into the crafting mix to actually craft an item. So you don't have to put a trait gem in to actually make an item. So in the initial price I'm going to give you, I'm going to cut that out. Okay, so I measured the experience I gained just from crafting items here, and I gained less than half of a level up. I didn't even level up once, I didn't even go halfway of a level up crafting all this stuff. Okay, not even halfway. Remember, reading a skill book gives you a whole skill point, bang, instant, 1 skill point up. This here, which you just witnessed, didn't even go up half a skill point. Okay, so the ebony ingots, 50 gold a piece, 12 times 50, 600. I used 600 gold's worth of ebony ingots. Orichalcum ingots worth 30 gold, 133 times 30, 3,990 gold worth of orichalcum ingots. Steel ingots, 20 gold a piece. I consumed 124. 124 times 20, 2,480. Iron ingots, I used 4, they were 20 gold each. 4 times 20 is 80 gold worth of iron ingots. Styling ore, they were selling for 10 gold each. I consumed 45 of them, 45 times 10, 450 gold's worth of styling ores. Okay, so that's the essential items that we consumed here. That's a total of 7,600 gold's worth of items consumed to not even level my blacksmithing up half a level. Okay, not even half a level, 7,600 gold's worth of materials. Now, if we add in the trait gems, these were selling for 200 gold a piece. All up, I consumed 34 in this footage here. 34 times 200 is 6,800 gold's worth of materials. Now remember, the essential materials, 7,600. With the trait gems added, the total is 14,400 gold worth of items to not even level my blacksmithing up half of a level. So let's just say that it went halfway. Just with the essential materials, it would be 15,200 gold's worth of materials to level up from 18 to 19. 15,200 gold. That is a lot of gold. Now back to the point of this, you read one skill book and it levels up blacksmithing. You have just saved yourself 15k worth of material and all that time. And then you can put those materials that you would have used back into leveling up another level. So again, you're 1 level ahead. Every time you get a level up from one of these skill books, you're 1 level ahead of where you would have been if you didn't read it. 1 skill level, that is. So yes, Camel, tip of the day, read all bookshelves you come across. Save yourself time, gold, materials, and be ahead of the pack, and be ahead of where you were, be a more powerful player, more productive, and kick some ass in the name of the Camel Pact. I hope this video has helped you guys out. I hope that you don't feel misled. I hope that the title of this video did live up to the content of it. And I hope it's helped you understand how reading bookshelves so essential, so essential. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you read every bookshelf you come across from level 1 to 50, I mean, the amount of time, skill points, gold, materials that you would save yourself, it hurts my head. I dare say 1 million gold, literally 1 million gold worth of material, potentially saved by reading every bookshelf. And of course in this I just use blacksmithing as an example. What about enchanting, provisioning, alchemy, clothing, woodworking? This applies to all of them. You're going to save so much gold. It's ridiculous. And fantastic. Never forget the fantastic. Alright guys, Now that my bookshelf rant is over, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please leave a like. Please leave a comment if you have any thoughts, suggestions, video requests, or information to add that could help myself or any other players. Share this video to all of your guildmates and friends, and anyone else you wish to become more powerful and rich. Don't share this video to anyone you dislike in-game. And of course, if you found this video helpful and you would like more videos like this one, please subscribe. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys soon in the next video. Read on. Reading is fun to mental. Fun to mental.